I wanted to show you a modification I did. It might just be those springs. Try to reach over there. This spring right there and right there. I had to switch out because I had troubles with the pin conveyor. And all those springs do is they shut the pinwheel off if you have two here, but they're like, show you here. All it does is keeps pressure down on that wheel. Right there, I raised up, and it keeps the pins down. What was happening was I tightened the belt, and then when they come up to the pin gate, I'd have an issue. We'll go ahead and cycle it a few times just to show you what I did, or how that, I guess, how that improvement has helped. So I put different springs on there. They got a little more tension on them, and they keep those wheels down a little bit firmer when the pin crosses over top. Should be able to, once those pins go down, coming up the conveyor with no problem now. I think the springs that I had before, they're just tired, or they needed maybe stretched a little bit. Pins there in the back. One more. Come on. Here we go. Alright, I'll go in the number 5 chute in the center and it'll drop the pins out. These spoons here let go. It rotates. Alright. Ready to go. No issues. I should show this for those that are new to the channel, or if you've never been around a pin setter before, you're just checking it out for something to do. This would be like your switch that goes up to the service desk, which we don't have one in the garage. This is your main power one, and this is your cycle button. And I don't have automatic reset, so if there's a pin out of range, you just pull this and it resets the setter. Wanted to show you something else that I saw on another channel. It was posted about 8 years ago, and I can't find it again because I wanted to reference it, and I actually looked in the book on this turret has problems turning sometimes. It hangs up, and I think it's just gummed up from setting, because the more you run it, the better it gets. And I'm trying to find one. There's two little oil in this thing right in here. When you rotate it, there's two little oil orifices that show up. I guess that's what you'd call them. You could drip oil into a couple drops. I'll show you what I mean if I can find one. I never knew those were there. I also had to reference my manual. They were in there too. They have these holes up top here. I'm not sure if that's for that or not. Stick the oiling can in there. Oops. Let's advance this. If I can see one. I forget what position I had that in last time to do that. Oh, and for those that don't know, I may have mentioned this before. I always wondered, like, well, how do they know which one's dropping in which chute, which pin? These are all labeled, except for the number 5. So, for example, this is the 8, this is the 7, this is the 10, and then the 5's not labeled. The 5 is the last one that goes in the center. But for all you out there that are around these machines all the time, this is just, you're probably like, duh. Find it here in a minute. I just wanted to show to those who have not seen it before. What are you doing? There's two of them. And they're, I haven't oiled them enough to, so I gotta fix that. They make repair kits for those. I have some of those. Oh, they're in the box there in the back. Those are the sleeves that you can put in there. I'm not sure, I don't think they fit everyone. There's a certain amount that they fit. There's certain spots. So you want to be careful when you're turning the turret that you don't press too hard and break. That's how I broke the one. All right, there it is right there. All right, I'll zoom in on it. That little hole right there, there's two of them on this pin setter, on each turret, on these A2s, and you just put a couple drops of oil in that little hole right there at the end of my finger there, and then you're good to go. But I got two wires. Maybe it's just one. I broke the one wire myself because I went to pick up the turret when it was disassembled, and it was not a good idea. It really messed stuff up. Alright, let's see if it sticks. Alright. Hopefully I'm not making you guys too dizzy. Here are the gutters. I think I have 5. I have enough to do a little extra to do the lanes. I kind of like the flat gutters there in the back, and then I'm going to do a video here pretty soon. We're going to have to cover that up. I don't have, there on the kickback, how it has a nice guard there. I had never made one for this side, and you can see it's starting to chew it up pretty good. Those pins hit that pretty hard, and I don't want it to poke through my homemade kickback. Alright, we'll turn this one on. Lane 2, let it cycle a couple of times and see if that turret will spin a lot better now. I already knocked some pins down. So that's speedball 1. I'm going to pick up the speed again. Put that little away. Alright, let's see if it spins now. Notice how the humming of the air comes back again. The notorious squealing sound the A2s make. That's kind of their trademark. Alright, so second ball, we'll simulate that. It's going to knock them all down. Hopefully it knocks some more pins. So this will fill up, and then it'll drop once the number 5 pin gets in there. We'll see if it cycles all the way around. See, I'm going to get new pit carpet. Alright, there went one. That'll be a number 5 pin. And see if that helps that from sticking. Now I want to see it turn. Alright, we're working now. It's going to go just a little bit more maybe. Let's cycle it one more time, or 2 more times. stuck. Thought it was stuck and it was going to keep cycling. Alright, there's where I'm having trouble. I've cleaned those wires and it wants to hang up on, get it right, pin number 7. Yeah, this is auto. Well, that'll be another video. I'm going to try to put down in the comments below if you guys want to see me build the gutters or just want a video with them finished. And if you have any suggestions, this number 2 is working really well, and I don't know what's going on now. Just it has problems. It's not tripping, or it's not telling it that the deck is empty, which is that, I think it's that Geneva pulley straight back. So maybe we'll just cycle it again and see what happens. Oh, the other issue I had. Alright, it's going to set a dead deck because there's nothing down there. There we go. Just jams every once in a while. So once that moves just a little bit more, it's going to let that pin go. Alright. I'm sure you all watch the garage bowling in Texas. I'm having an issue with this. You can see it's already had a repair made to it, actually on both sides. My issue is, now it's going to do it again. I have to work on that. Is I need to adjust these in just a little bit maybe because they're out too far is why I'm getting the rake is slamming. I don't want it to do that. So let's cycle this again and see what happens. Alright, it's going to detect there's nothing there. It's going to set a deck. And it should drop these. Now that just needs to turn. Now we should be good to go. Let's see if that'll do that again. It's a little bit of a longer video. I think that needs to be... I think I'm going to move those stops back. I mean in stops. This is the stop we're talking about right here. I'm going to adjust that back one at a time. You don't really want those to slam. That one does not slam. This one is always slammed, and that's probably why they broke at one time. I did not repair them. Alright, let's let this fill up and see if it drops the pins. I think it's that 7 pin, it wants to be silly. There it is again, doesn't want to turn. Alright, we're back in. Now it should drop that one in. I imagine every pin setter will probably act like this because they sit. If they're used all the time, you know, every day you wouldn't have that problem. And we got one pin down stuck. So I need to get new pit carpet. As you can see at the head of that pin in the back, that's bare metal, it's starting to rust. But I did read in the book, and you know, you're gonna have issues if your carpet's dirty getting the pins to the back. So let's cycle it again just to make sure that everything's working all right. Alright, ball 1. Ball 2, it's going to knock the pins down, send it back. Set a new deck. Now they're going to start coming up. cleaned those wires too. You can clean these with like a Brillo pad to make them smooth again, because I think the wax builds up on those when they clean them, or when they're cleaning the lane. Yeah, that does not advance all the time. So there must be something else going on inside that pin setter on that gear is not letting it advance, or it's wore out or something. So what I'm going to do is take my piece of cardboard, I'm going to stick my fingers in there, get to it from this side, and advance that. In there. All right. Let's do it again. The other problem I'm having too, I think the breaker's bad on this side, because every once in a while this thing will just shut off, and it's not a limit switch or a jam. But I have fixed the problem. That seems like the only thing I fixed on this one, is it stopping halfway through the cycle and you haven't hit the reset. Just the more you run them, the better they seem to get. Just they sit so long. It's not hitting that clutch. Alright, straight back there, that piece that goes right across there on the snubber, how high should that be? Does that look about right? I've messed with the spring on this clutch, which is here, and it's behind there. It's a big coil spring. I messed with that adjustment. Just, I don't know. Comment, rate, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next video.